Welcome to the new season of BASA Connects. I'm Ernie Morris along with my co-host,
Jennifer Bonomo. Hi.
And a couple things different, right?
A lot of things, huh?
Yeah, we're new name to start with.
Absolutely.
Now BASA Connects.
Right.
So BASA connects you with a lot of different things.
Business Association of San Antonio.
That's
Connects.
correct.
Yes.
That's a good point. Yeah, we probably should have brought that up right off the bat.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why we have each other.
So we do, and we have each other. We don't have Mike anymore.
We don't.
Mike Espinosa, who was our co-host since the beginning of this, and is making some changes in his business. That's going to require more of his time. So we enjoyed working with him. Thank him for helping us get this thing off the ground. And I guess we take it from here.
Absolutely. Mike is just amazing. And we still will push you to go to SA Business Calendar. A lot of great information, a lot of great opportunities, a lot of great things on there that he posts, that you don't want to miss out on in the world of networking for sure. So still visit the site, tell Mike hello. Who knows, you may even see him pop in periodically on our podcast. Yeah. And that's something we hope to be able to do again. But by all means, how many times are we at an event where folks come out and they tell us that they saw about it on the SA Business Calendar? No doubt.
So definitely, as in kind of a neat segue into getting into what we want to talk about here on this first episode of this season,
right,
is rather the kind of an overview of what we're out to accomplish here.
Yeah.
And SA Business Calendar, and there are a lot of different tools that you can go to, but really the purpose of this is that we want to be able to talk to you about getting people together, networking, getting out, how to do business. How can we help connect? So that's kind of our goal with what we're doing here. And SA Business Calendar, mixers, whatever it is that we talk about, all geared to one thing, and that's putting people together, getting business done with like-minded individuals, people that you know. One of your favorite things to say is that people like to do business with people that they know.
Absolutely.
And like. So we're going to find you some people that you know and like, right?
Well, absolutely. And it's going to be interesting with this, where we take it, because we always talk about networking, but then it always kind of flows into some different marketing avenues and different marketing styles and sales. So we want to be able to walk you through every aspect of what you're trying to accomplish within your business. So, we bring it to BASA and put our title on it, and we have so many great resources within the organization. We still want to be invited to any networking event because we feel you should network everywhere, and be able to get out and communicate, and because everybody does it different. We just... ours is a relationship building style, so we'll tell you what we feel and what our experiences have been, and some of the good things and the bad things that have happened in our, 20, 30 years of sales, marketing, and networking.
Well, and it's funny that you say that, because we're putting together some thoughts and kind of put some stuff down on paper this week, and I asked you for your input, and you started talking about how much experience we have, and between the two of us,
we're old.
It's 30 plus years, I think.
Yeah,
is that right?
I would say so.
Okay.
I mean, because if you really think about it, it's probably even more. 30 plus. Because, as kids, you don't realize what you're getting yourself set up for when you take that part-time job in sales or part-time job here, and where it leads you and where it goes. So, it's a significant amount of experience.
We started networking when we were 20. We're between 35 and 40 now. So 30 plus years. There we go.
I love the way you said that.
There we go.
That was good.
It's that quick math. Yeah.
That was good. 40 and 50. I love that. We're going to stick with that. I love it. But yes, and not just our experiences. We're fortunate to listen to, peers and different businesses and different struggles. And I mean, what a blessing, to have that type of group support.
Well, and exactly, and getting back to something that you were just talking about a few minutes ago, absolutely, we want to be at other groups' networking events, and we will find the good and the way that everybody does things. Pretty much there are always different groups that you can be a part of that do things a little bit differently, and we've talked about this over the past season. I know we're going to talk about it more. Your business is unique. What style suits you the best?
Exactly.
Our style is very appealing to obviously our members, and I think a lot of people who come and visit our events. There are other groups that have maybe a different style, but at the same time they're highly effective.
Absolutely.
And we've just seen that between the going to the BNI groups, various chambers, that sort of thing. We see all these people doing business. And we see them hooking up at the various events, and we're proponents of that, and we want to talk about it. We want to get out there. We'll ask you guys some questions, get you to tell us the history of your group, how it came about, and that kind of thing, and have some fun with it, because really that's what this is all about anyway.
Oh, no doubt. And we do miss having that third person on occasion. So definitely the interview process and bringing those networking groups into the podcast to be able to give their opinion and their thought process too, whether it's the same as ours or a little different.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really looking forward to learning as well as sharing our experiences.
Yeah. And as we go forward, we'll have different people from our organization on here to talk. We'll have different people from different businesses, and we're really looking to move this and get out in the community.
Definitely.
That's a very, very important part of what we're doing going forward.
No doubt. And it's a lot of fun. I think being on site and being able to share those experiences and see the experiences live, not just for us, but for Game Day, who is our, behind the scenes supporters on this. It's just fun. We have a good time, no doubt.
Well, and you talk about getting out and doing things live and in-person marketing or in-person networking, which is obviously highly preferable to the two of us.
Oh, no doubt.
So we're in there's going to be a place for electronics and doing things online, and hopefully we don't have to go back underground again. But if we do, then we'll adapt to that most certainly. But we're get out and do it kind of people.
Oh, absolutely.
We like to see that interaction and put people together that way.
Well, I think it's just easier because we always talk about you get a business card or you get a contact information, and I'm guilty. I'm like, hey, can you send me a contact for this? And my intention is to call in that minute, and then you get sidetracked, and then next thing you know, it sits on the desk for 3 days. But when I'm face to face with you, we've made a meeting, we've had a conversation, we've, had the opportunity to be able to discuss more in depth how we can assist, and you're there, so I really just think it makes such a huge difference. But I also see the value, when it comes to having that contact sent over or being on a Zoom call or, as much as it's not my style or yours, it's sometimes the necessity, based on the timing or what's going on. So,
oh yeah,
So
well, and that's
figure it out. We'll figure it out on this podcast. Darn it.
Well, if we can't, we'll bring somebody on here who knows what they're talking about. There you go.
And if it's a topic that you want more information on, we'll bring them on too.
Absolutely.
No doubt to be able to. So please send us, your thoughts and go to our Facebook page. And I'm going to take off from that. We're now leading into all these new channels and stuff that Game Day's got us going for.
Right.
So we're going to be seeing a little more.
Right.
I'm very excited about that, but we'll talk more about that going into the first episode, right?
Yeah. Well, multiple outlets now. You'll be able to find our podcast, which is really, really exciting to us. Kind of feel like we spent a year figuring out a format that works for us, and had a lot of fun with it. Very fortunate to be able to tape here, that Nick and the crew can go out on site with us. So you'll be seeing some things coming up that we do remotely. We'll have sponsorships coming up. With just a lot of opportunities to do a lot of really neat and fun things with this podcast. And at the end of the day, I guess our point would be that we're going to have fun with it, and business can be fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think sometimes we lose sight of that, especially over the last couple of years. It seems like it's been such a grind. But one of the things that we're still finding is that people like to get out and have fun doing business. So
I know.
We see that we're gonna continue that trend here.
Oh, absolutely. We're just going to kind of divert that BASA mentality into what we do, even to the point of sponsoring an experience. I mean, it's going to be good. Yeah, very exciting.
Lots of ideas for sure, and we're going to give you a way to get in touch with us as we get towards the end. But there are certain things that we still want to talk about. If you have questions, if there's something that you'd like our opinion on, you'd like us to answer, send it in to us, and let's make it a topic of conversation as we get with our podcast every week. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
So it's going to be really cool too, because our distribution's going to change. So we'll be coming out now on Tuesdays, but still at the beginning of the week, so that you can still plan accordingly for sure. Because we figure on Mondays, most people are still trying to plan out their week and figure out what's going on. They don't have time to watch what's up. So lots of cool changes going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have most of our events occur on Tuesday, so a lot of times, unless it's an early morning breakfast like we have coming up next week, you'll be able to tune in and hopefully show up at a happy hour or something for BASA that evening that we'll talk about.
Yeah, no doubt, and maybe there might be a special or two if you come in off the podcast.
You never know.
Never know what we're up to.
so yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be a neat aspect of it as well.
Yeah,
so
lots of cool stuff.
All right. What have we been doing lately? We want to talk about what we've been doing lately?
We could kind of touch on it. Right now, Fiesta's going on. So everything's kind of revolving around the excitement out there that you're seeing, that people are getting out again. Mm-hmm. I mean, I went to one of the NIOSA nights, and I'm going to tell you, wall-to-wall people. Yeah. Wall-to-wall people. Yeah. And of course, we always look at things a little different. Like, what could we have done different in this event? Or what's worked or what's not? Or, what can we change? So it's kind of... I'm looking at the whole big picture on how things are executed, because so many things have changed this year at different events, because, road closures or expansion and, or renovations, or, there's always something going on in the city. So it's going to be fun to be able to talk about this on our first episode for the new season. But I'm just so pumped to see that people are getting out again.
Right. Well, and
not being afraid.
Well, exactly, and it's opened up the opportunity, really, and just to kind of touch on one thing that we did this week is our Better Your Business series.
Oh yeah.
But it's with people getting out again, it's opened up opportunities for us to try new things, and Better Your Business is a new thing that's really, really worked well for a lot of people, especially some of our members who have newer businesses. So just to kind of recap, we're getting a couple of our members each week to use their expertise to present to the rest of the group and educate, have a little Q&A, that kind of thing. And it's really been a neat, fun thing. So, this past week we had we talked about payroll, and then we talked about merchant services. Right. And again, it seems that our members that are maybe newer business owners are the ones that are getting quite a bit out of this. Not that everybody can't, but it seems to be particularly valuable to them. So that's just having people out has allowed us to do things like that.
Well, and it's, I'm glad you said newer business owners, but it also, I noticed a lot of business owners that have been in business a while that are looking at tweaking some things.
Yeah.
Because I think what's happened is they've had time to look at stuff and say, do I really need this service? Or can I adjust it a little bit here? Or is this company better than that one? Or the service is better? Because the one big thing that came up this last week was customer service.
Yeah.
Can I go and see somebody and talk to them? Or is it push button 1, push button 3, push button 6, back to number 1, back to number 6,
Right.
So what we're seeing is people are looking on the customer service side more than convenience than others.
He used another term for it other than customer service. Do you have
customer care?
Customer care. Customer care. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Sean Pettit, who was our presenter from Payroll Vault, said that customer service had kind of been become a little bit redundant because
Yeah.
everybody tends to say this is what we do, but not everybody actually does it. So he kind of rebranded customer service, if you will.
I think
which
it was
is kind of
great.
an interesting concept. And those are the kind of maybe not so prevalent ideas that you just the little tidbits that you pick up whenever you go to things like this. That to me, that was just an interesting detail that came out of the whole session.
Well, the explanation that came behind it too. It's, it's not about customer service and pushing the buttons. It's actually customer care and where they pick up the phone and answer.
Right.
And they'll come to talk to you, and you set up a meeting and you can talk to them face to face, because when you're playing with people's money, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Payroll, you don't want to screw that up.
Well, and then absolutely, and then you get Jefferson Bank talking about merchant services right after that, which is another topic that not a lot of people like to talk about.
Right.
And it's one where I've always felt like networking can really prove to be beneficial because it's really one of those where you've got some companies in that arena that it may be a little bit iffy. Then you get somebody like Jefferson Bank where we've got a relationship with them and we can talk to somebody that we know that can get us taken care of. It's a real complicated procedure in terms of how you go about choosing a merchant services company.
Right.
So you really need somebody you can trust because it can be misexplained. Let's put it that way.
The thing that I enjoyed about it, because I was one of those that asked questions, obviously, was everybody has perception.
Yes.
Is it the length of the contract? Is it the services you offer? Is it the percentage that the credit card takes? And being able to actually ask those questions and get an immediate answer and an honest answer and being able to compare it, it was so refreshing. Adrian and Courtney did a fabulous job of being able to educate us in that. So I'll be honest. I mean, you and I sat there and talked about it afterwards, like changing services.
Yeah.
Because now, what we thought and what the services offered COVID are a lot different than what's happening now. So, that's where you want to get out and ask questions and compare.
Well, and the other thing about it is that the technology is so advanced and it's so rapidly changing that it's always good to have an individual that you can reach out to when you have a question and somebody that's local.
Right.
And it's one of the things you'll hear us talk. You'll hear us talk about local quite a bit here, and it's really neat that I would feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling either one of them right now. I bet we can get a question answered in 5 minutes.
Well, and that's the thing, because they'll answer.
Yeah.
And that's, you're not pushing buttons trying to figure out who they are and where they're at.
Yep.
And, so no, I agree. They're at Jefferson Bank. Courtney, she's at the Stone Oak location. Adrian's there. I mean, I was ecstatic. And then you've got like you said, Pettit with Payroll Vault on the other side, explaining the payroll side of being able to have the customer care that they offer. So,
Well,
it's
another neat stories. You hear neat stories that come out of these things. He actually has an old-fashioned check creating machine in his home.
Oh, how fun!
So it's actually come up where somebody's had a payroll emergency, and he was actually able to cut them a check. And I'm sure I don't know that he necessarily wants us advertising but
you're in trouble.
But he was
scene's coming for you.
But seriously, when you talk about customer care, it's one thing to talk about it.
Right.
But when you could create a check there in your home and take it to someone who has a payroll emergency.
That's pretty awesome.
That really that would be how I defined customer care.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's just stories like that are really, really exceptional. We get a chance to hear, and that's one of the neat things about the Building Your Business series. So,
absolutely.
And we got another one coming up, right?
We do. It's going to be on the 18th, and it is the topics, and this is going to be a big one: taxes, bookkeeping, and HR services. Yeah. And with all the things that have changed over the past 2 years, I mean, different type of write-offs, different things you can do, having that knowledge on what to be prepared for, especially what we're a week or two out from tax due time.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so it's going to be a really a really good class. And you can sign up for the individual classes, or you can sign up, we had it where you could sign up for all of them, but now you can just sign up for the individual classes, lunches included,
Right.
and you get to listen to the experts, right? Why not, right?
Oh yeah, we haven't even started talking about the food yet. That's a potential topic. El Jefe's
favorite.
Pantry. Yeah, El Jefe's Pantry. Here at Amagee's, they're going to be catering coming up,
Yes.
and we had real good job at Anne-Marie's over off Starcrest. We had some good lasagna this week too. So the lunch is included. It's really good. So if people want to sign up for that, what do?
They go to the Business Association SA.com and sign
Okay.
up. Upcoming events.
Yep, there we go.
It's all about BASA now, right?
Well, to an extent.
To an
But
extent.
we're gonna actually we'll recommend some other networking opportunities as well as we get into this.
Oh, absolutely.
If we think it's a good idea, but yeah, we'll talk a lot about BASA.
Yes, we will.
We'd love to see you guys out at our events, and we'd love to talk to you about this in person. So go to our website. You can sign up for that. We've also got, as this airs, we'll be out at Burger King on Bulverde.
Absolutely. Bulverde and Evans.
Bulverde and Evans.
Yes, because they have two locations
yeah.
off Bulverde.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true.
why. That's why I always.
Bulverde and Evans.
Yes. They're opening the doors for us so BASA can go in and, order off the menu and try
Right.
some of the new things that they've got going on. So very exciting. And I know I keep saying I'm excited about the BASA perspective, but so many of our members also, I'm going to divert, so many of our members are members and head honchos in other networking organizations. So excited to share all their stories and excited to have them on board to come talk to us.
Well, and just to kind of reiterate the point that we're constantly trying to make is we get invited to a lot of their networking events for their other groups.
Absolutely.
Which is really a neat thing for us to be able to go out, and that's what we're looking to do. We're just looking to enhance the networking experience here in San Antonio to the greatest degree possible, whether that's with us,
right.
Whether that's with another group that we feel will be right for you. And we've recommended other groups on numerous occasions.
Oh, absolutely, because you should network everywhere.
You should, and you talk about we use the term customer care. Our members are our customers. If we care about them, and we think something's a good idea, then we're going to tell them.
That's it. I think we're going to have to trademark that customer care before Scene does.
Okay.
If he hasn't already.
Can we swipe it from him real quick?
Just kidding, Scene. No doubt. Well, how exciting. We're so excited to share all of this great information with you over the weeks to come.
Okay. And if you have questions, interested in learning more about what we're doing here with the podcast, reach out to us at 210-549-7190. That's 210-549-7190.
Way to
Is that
go.
right?
Way to go. Way to go.
I haven't repeated it. It's programmed into my phone, so off the top of my head,
Absolutely.
we can't come up with any phone numbers for anything.
We're horrible. Isn't that funny?
Yep.
That you have to do that.
Yeah. So
Good deal.
anyway, so to wrap it up for this week, we need to thank Game Day Media.
No doubt.
The show is produced by Nick Largent.
Absolutely. Such a significant part of what we're doing and all the changes that are coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very excited about it.
Spent quite a bit of time putting this together and kind of enhancing quite a bit what we're doing with our podcast. And again, really excited about it. So until next week, when we see you again on BASA Connects, anything to wrap it up?
No, well, just join us next week. Who knows what we'll be up to? It is the first episode
There we go.
of the new season.
Looking forward to seeing you then.